And number two, risk tolerance check. Are you comfortable investing $100,000 of your own money and following someone else's process? These are things you have to be okay with. With any business, there's going to be an investment, whether it's your own money, which eventually it all is. You're taking a loan initially, combination, retirement, SBA loan, home equity line of credit. But what is your risk tolerance? And I think with the risk tolerance, it goes back to what is the right franchise? And that goes back to the foundation. Let's make sure that the franchisor offers the level of support. Because remember, not all franchises are built the same. So they need to offer the level of support that you're going to be comfortable with. You're going to hear that from the franchisor, but more importantly, you're going to hear that directly from your fellow franchisees in the support they're getting, not only when they started, but ongoing. Risk tolerance, everyone gauges things differently. Is the franchise more emerging? Are they newer versus established? Established brands are great, has more of a history. My only challenge with some of the established brands are not area available, whereas some of the emerging brands are newer, maybe have less franchisees, less history to speak with, less history to review, but you have that availability right in your backyard, which is super excited. You could be the pioneer in your state, right in your backyard, where you have existing relationships that you can take advantage of and run with initially. But risk tolerance goes back to not just the investment, but what can you make in the business? No one's going to tell you exactly that information. There's no crystal ball. So you're going to get some information from the franchisor, create a pro forma, and speak with your fellow franchisees. Figure out on average, okay, so we know what the investment's going to be, but what's my monthly expense via the pro forma? And what can I make per location or per territory? Due diligence is key. Do not skip this section. Definitely spend the time. When people say the fear comes up, it's because either they didn't do the due diligence in the very beginning, or they forgot. It just needs to be brought back up. How do we even get into looking at a business that's in water and smoke restoration? I don't have an experience there. We discussed you don't need experience there. We talked about your role being a mayor of the town and networking with the Chamber of Commerce and your fellow or your local plumbers and things like that. We didn't just pick this randomly or out of a hat. It checked off all the boxes. The industry itself will be taught to you. That's part of the training and onboarding. Lifestyle goals. We talked about the 5 freedoms of Dan Sullivan, time and financial freedom being the top 2, freedom of location, freedom of purpose, freedom to choose who you get to work with.
You've assessed the risks and are comfortable. But what kind of lifestyle are you actually aiming for with a franchise? Is it about more money, more time, or something else entirely? Find out in episode 245 of the Franchise Freedom Podcast.